What's up everybody, Rad here, and this is going to be Virgo horoscope for the new moon in Capricorn. Now before we go to that, guys, if you want to have a personal reading with me, you can purchase one at www.tarotpredictions.net, which is written here in the description of the video, or you can text me or call me at Instant Go iOS app, which is also, the link is also written here in the description of the video. Now for Virgo, the first card, which is marking up the topic of this particular new moon period of time, is going to be the Seven of Cups, and that will be rather bizarre time for you guys. Strange things are gonna start happening. You will receive these mixed messages, and what I'm trying to explain here is that one day you will think that actually the dreams you have, or kind of like the hopes you have, are coming true, and the other day you will change up your mind, seeing that there is no way out of the situation, and etc. So in general, very vague and insecure period of time is that what that new moon is going to be for you. However, what you can do here is to be a little bit more practical toward your particular situation and toward the situations you're involved in with people, and you have to face everything with humor. Now, the humor is the savior of your situations, where people will take you much more lightly. Now, with this card, there is a big danger with kind of like abusing alcohol and drugs. So in case if you are in a prescripted medication, just take it easy. You know, for example, if you are on a painkillers or benzodiazepines, just take take them as prescribed, guys, because yeah, with this card there is a serious issue with people which are abusing or kind of have the affinity to abuse drugs and alcohol. So be careful on that note. But in general, guys, this card is pointing up to a path that one wants to choose. For example, into your relationship or into your career, but one is not exactly sure how to proceed moving on forward. Okay, and in that case, there is no real advice that can be given apart from that you need to stick to the reality. Okay, go with everything that is proven by facts and decline everything that is just a celluloid implantations, or rather like a celluloid statements. So having this card coming up for you, Virgos, basically have fun. Don't attend to anything serious, because not that you will make a big mistake here, guys, during these couple of weeks. You will get back on track, you know, but it will happen through a huge disappointment if you make a wrong step. So why don't you save that huge disappointment and go with what you know to be true. Now, the next card, it is marking up the difficulties and the challenges you are about to face. And exactly what we're talking about here with the Two of Swords, it speaks that you will basically not have the necessary information or the necessary foresight in order to make a decision, and you may make that stall in order to with a hope that the obvious choice, that the choice you need to make is going to become obvious. Okay, but in reality, alone you will not be able to kind of like foresee everything, and you will not be able to foresee the path that you need to go on moving on forward. So this card here is pointing to a balance, that it is maintained, a balance. Well, I'm not explaining it really correctly here. Well, yeah, there is a balance, okay, but that balance, it is because maybe you're trying to take 3 steps for one, and that is practically not possible. It seems possible here with the Seven of Cups, but it isn't. So you need to be more repartee with everything that is coming up into you. Okay, you need to seek for the small pieces. And on top of that, guys, this card shows up that not everybody around you is sincere about what they are telling you. So you may face some wrong testimony, false testimonies, excuse me, wrong informations, etc. What I'm trying to say is that you should not make up your mind just on a one perspective here. You should always seek for a second opinion, for a second perspective, in case, especially if you do have these issues into your relationship. Don't believe in everything that your partner is saying strictly, but also seek for a second opinion. Same thing goes if the threat comes outside of the relationship, and etc., etc. Same goes for your career. My whole point here for that period of time is that decision making will be extremely hard for you guys, just because these bizarre signals that you are receiving from the people around you, from your situations, from the universe in general. So your mood as well will be serrated with ups and downs, and in general this period of time will be kind of like vague and insecure for you, Virgos. So what your intentions should be, if we come to that, and we have the Hierophant card for your intentions. So you need to seek a counsel, okay? You need to seek someone who is strongly step on the ground, and they go with a specific belief, or they are kind of like following a certain creed, like a mentor, for example. You should accept, well, the intentions here should be that you are accepting that you are not all-knowing, you are not almighty, and you time to time need a particular help. But that particular card says that the traditions, or rather the convictional way, should be honored and should be moved along. And as I'm saying that you are trying to do 3 steps for one, well, the convictional way is not that way of making 3 steps for one, but obviously there is a different path. There is more secure but a longer path, so don't try to take the shortcuts. This is what I'm trying to say here, guys. Always go with what already is proven to work. So that's with the Hierophant card. And also the Hierophant card, it's about building up a trust in the people around you. So that will come as a virtue here, guys, especially talking about your relationship. It is all about how much you trust your partner, and all about how much your partner is trusting you as well. This will determine how well the relationship will move on forward. So as an intentions here, you need to have the intentions to build up stronger sense of trust in your partner. And as we are talking about your career with this card as an intentions, you should not speak for money, not at all, okay? Maybe you will have the impression that you do deserve more money, but the decision isn't yours to make. Instead of that, what you need to do here is to work harder. And as we have the Hierophant card, the money, if you in case deserve them, they are gonna come on their own account. So it's about working despite of the salary or of the benefits you have, showing that you have a strong devotion to what you are doing, and you really, really enjoy what you are doing. The next card, that will be the lesson you need to learn, and this is the 8 of Swords. And basically the lesson here is that there is a multiple paths leading in toward one single direction, and you need to realize that sometimes the path that you are choosing is not the optimal path, or kind of like it is not the path that will give you the ultimate succession. As I said, you know, you may try to take a certain shortcuts here. Yeah, it could be a most time-saving path for you, but it may not be the most beneficial one in terms of gains. Okay, so how about the 8 of Swords is that this sense of feeling helpless and of feeling dominated about everything that is going on around you, it is because you alone have put yourself into a certain situation, and you alone can evade that particular state if you admit a certain things to oneself, and as well if you kind of like acknowledge that there is more than one way to look up at something, and there is more than one way to just act upon a certain situation. So for you, for what it seems with these cards, Virgos, is this period of time is all about spiraling one's mind and spiraling one's perception of how life should move on forward. And last but not least, we are having the energies which are going to support you here. 10 of Wands, and this is energies of extreme endurance, guys. Extreme endurance. So you will be able to take on much more than you have imagined that you can take on, and that's a good thing in a certain sense, because it kind of leaves a room of accepting different points of view, because this is all about, you know, having and accepting different points of view. And if you don't have the energy of endurance here, you may say, screw it, you know, I'll go with I think it's right, and screw you, you can't tell me anything, and this is how you basically jump toward annihilation. But with these energies of endurance, you will be able to take on a lot, okay? Ups and downs, hits, punches. I'm talking from the universe, not from people, of course, but it's kind of like, even though the hits may not stop coming for some of you, you will still find the strength and the energies to pick up yourself together, stand up, and try differently. Because for you, this period of time is all about realizing that there is a different way upon acting of something. But again, even though you face failures, Virgos, it's all about to facing them with humor and with kind of like an ability to make a joke of everything, because this is a very positive way how you can present yourself in front of others and win a certain respect, which we saw that respect and trust is everything you will need. And you will need to move on through this particular period of time. That being said, guys, this was your Taroscope. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you liked it. And if you do, please give us the thumbs up, like and share the video so it can help to more people. And we're going to see each other next time. Until then, bye.